think you're going to get what I already got? There goes Coach Prime. Out on the boat, looking around, bam! Pulls him in another hoss. I wrapped up my earphones. Hold on, time out. Pulls him in another hoss and Quincy Wiggins. He says, Quincy, get in the boat. But he goes, I'm not done yet. Give me some Cordale Russell, wide receiver. Throw him in the boat, ladies and gentlemen. This man is just getting started, and this is from the list that I have been telling all of you about. And if this is the first time that you're here, welcome to the show. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe and turn the bell on because you don't want to miss anything. I got to be honest with you. I know we got 2 today. I wouldn't be shocked if 2 more came falling down today, okay? The list, ladies and gentlemen. We had a list last week. All but 1 have committed on that list, and now here we are. 3 have committed on this list that are visiting this weekend with time to go. First on the board this morning, ladies and gentlemen, Quincy Wiggins, 6'5", 6'5" edge, 273 from LSU. This is huge because now you, alongside Quincy Wiggins, you got Keaton Wade, edge rusher from Kentucky. Big time stuff. Both 4-star studs coming out of 2022. Keaton Wade was a 91.65. Quincy Wiggins was a 95.95. Big time stud coming out of the state of Louisiana. Them guys been producing some dogs out there, ladies and gentlemen. The defensive line has been the point of emphasis. That was the point of emphasis this weekend. Multiple defensive linemen are there. Like I said, I wouldn't touch that dial. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if 2 more, 3 more defensive linemen come rolling on in. And this is also why I said, hey, don't get worked up about people decommitting from this recruiting class because I feel there's probably a possibility on making some room. We're going to talk about the NIL evaluation here in just a moment, which obviously plays a factor into that, right? Because you got to bring these studs in. You ain't going to have enough cheddar to go around to everybody. Right? And then what I mean by cheddar, I mean by NIL deal. So Quincy Wiggins added to this transfer portal class. This transfer portal class, because everybody, I see people in the comments, well, this is what he did last year, just when I got a bunch of people. You know, if we follow last year to this year, that this is way more precise. It definitely has more of a mission. It's coming in. It has more organization. Where last year was, we had 60 plus people leave. We got to just fill the room back up. Like we keep talking about the videos. We got to fill the cabin back up. But now we're on a mission. We're plugging and chugging as we go along. So Quincy Wiggins, big time pickup for Colorado on the bus. And then on top of that, just an hour after that, 4-star wide receiver, was a top 5 wide receiver in last year's recruiting class, and Cordale Russell was a 94.70 coming out of high school. So we've got 4 former 4-stars that came out of high school, now transferred into Colorado. This is unheard of at Colorado. So big time stuff here. 6'2", 203. I know somebody like, we've got enough wide receivers. You can never have too much talent to go around. You need your starter guys, but you need some depth too. Okay, so let's not get it twisted. On top of this, this young man has a lot of eligibility left. So you're also filling in places where an issue they ran into this year, especially on the defensive line side, right, where you had some great guys, but now they're all done. They're all out of eligibility. Keaton Wade, Quincy Wiggins, and Cordale Russell all have got 2 or 3 years of eligibility left. So now you're not having to be next year, right? You're not going to have to go back and fix everything else. You can be even more precise in what you go after in the transfer portal because some of the guys still have eligibility. Now, they could go into the transfer portal. Let's not get it twisted, but you can't think like that. You got to think like, hey, they're going to come in, they're going to be bought in, they're going to be ready to rock and roll, and they're going to keep the ball moving. So something to keep in mind there with this young core coming in. Again, we've got some more people on the list still that are there that could be committing here. I don't know, like I said, in the next day or so, possibly. Who has committed so far on this list? Safety, Preston Hodge. Now we've got Quincy Wiggins, defensive lineman, and Cordale Russell. But Chidozie Akwo, defensive lineman, 5'11", 295. It's a tiny defensive lineman. Chris McKellen, 6'3". Mike Lockhart, 6'3", defensive lineman. Another wide receiver from Tulane, 6'5", 195. And quarterback, Walter Taylor. So we'll see how this plays out. Again, quarterback, I mean, that room is obviously thin, losing decommits in that area as well, too. So wouldn't hate to see a third quarterback now be added to the room. This kid's 6'7", 235 from Vanderbilt. So again, who knows what's going to happen? But it has been a busy Sunday so far. Last Sunday, I believe, was the big day where they had about 4 or 5 commits. Again, the end of the visiting cycle. So that is my thought process here, to keep your eyes on that. As for the NIL evaluation, it still has them at $8.8 million. I think that's probably getting a little bit closer to $9 million with the adjusted with those guys that they just added to the staff, because I think with a few days ago it was like about 8.8 million, and we've added 3 more since then. So again, what is that show? What is that NIL value? It's, again, each player has an NIL evaluation assessed to them, right? Based on just popularity, skill value, etc., which means how much they can go out for and ask for when getting deals. That's not necessarily what Colorado has to pay them, but I would say if you could put outside of a star value, you put a money value, a monetary value on them based on production. That's what that is. So right now the team is adjusted at $8.8 million. And again, a lot of that has to go to Shador and Shiloh and Travis and Cormani McClain as well, which we showed before. So something we'll just kind of continue to monitor. Again, with the offseason, we're always trying to learn and get better and understand where this team is headed. And when you don't see production on the field, you got to go to the data point of it. And some of these guys don't have a lot of data. So see how other people are viewing these players, and that's what we're doing there. But don't touch the dial, okay? Turn the bell on, smash the like button. We have no clue what's going to happen here today, but I expect a spicy one. Been preaching it for the last 2 weeks. It was going to be a busy offseason. I'm going to go ahead and just give myself a little, throw my shoulder out there and say, hey, we were spot on. But to think it was going to be this spicy, I don't even think it's even done yet. That's the crazy part. I think there's a ton of room still to go. And so you don't want to miss it. Again, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.